I personally feel a great sense of responsibility when we're shooting real events, which is why we do so much research. We're talking about huge scenes that need to be recreated or reimagined.
We try to capture as much of the reality as possible, and doing that means that you have to get all the costumes right, all the uniforms, all the detail.
That was really our thought from the start. We do it as properly as we can. Because if we didn't do it that well, we couldn't tell our other stories and see them in their private life.
It's a family that is under incredible scrutiny. But of course it's the other scenes that are also fascinating, the scenes really in the bedrooms, in the quiet rooms, in the places that you would never get access to. And so you do get to see behind closed doors very much.
It was something that I was really interested in doing because of the story it had to tell, the sort of the public and the private life. Trying to humanise the Queen and Margaret and Queen Mother, etc., to see how we imagine their private life might be. It's trying to tell a different story about them.
The way Michelle has approached the costumes is just extraordinary because she's able to design and create costumes that are historically accurate, but also works for the story that you're telling.
We probably made 300, 350 principal costumes, and we had over 7,000 extras, all of which had between 2 and 5 costumes. So we had a core team of between 35 and 40 people in the costume department at any time. And sometimes I went up to 80 or 100.
It's a huge scale and so ambitious, but every possible angle to everything has been thought about, and everyone is so meticulous at their job and so brilliant at their job. So a lot of the dresses that I wear are replicas of things that she wore.
On the wedding dress, we had teams of 6 people working for 6 weeks, just embroidering the train and the dress. And then we had the coronation dress. It was one of the very few we didn't make. It was actually made for an exhibition by Swarovski. And in this instance, it was screen printed and then the jewels were heat set. The original would have been embroidered and would have taken many, many hours. We were so fortunate that actually it fitted our Queen.
The Queen and Philip were celebrities of their day in such a huge way. They were style icons. And I think the fashion of that time is really cool. The suits I get to wear are beautifully cut. All the military stuff looks really great. And the girls, I think in particular, look really brilliant.
Margaret was the biggest fashion icon of the 50s and 60s. She designed her own things and she looked amazing. And she really led waves of fashion.
Margaret loved being a fashion icon and had a real flair for it, but I think that was just her character anyway. She's far more creative and aesthetic than Elizabeth.
Margaret was much more open and more daring, I think, than the Queen. She smoked and she hung out and she had fun, a bit racy and very different, and it starts showing the contrast between the two sisters.
With the costumes, the vast majority of them are handmade, designed by Michelle, very much in exploration of the character, very much in service to the narrative. I think her contribution has been essential to making this look and feel like something you've never seen before.
Hey, Vale here. Like me, are you a movie lover? Well, a list has been released of the top 100 films of the 21st century, and we have cut it down to give you the top 10 films as selected by 177 film critics from around the world. At number 10, No Country for Old Men by Joe and Ethan Coen from 2007. At number 9, Separation by Asghar Farhadi from 2011. Number 8, Yi Yi, a 1 and a 2 by Edward Yang from 2000. Number 7, The Tree of Life by Terrence Malick from 2011. Number 6, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind by Michael Gondry from 2004. Number 5, Boyhood by Richard Linklater from 2014. Number 4, Spirited Away by Hayao Miyazaki from 2001. Number 3, There Will Be Blood by Paul Thomas Anderson from 2007. Number 2, In the Mood for Love by Wong Kar-wai from 2000. And number 1, Mulholland Drive by David Lynch from 2001. Do you agree with this list? How many of these films have you seen? Let us know in the comments below, and remember, if you haven't already done it, to subscribe to our channel for all the latest trailer releases. Bye bye.